There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Calling out people who waiting to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise of them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical
Master.
Clay Paris, who make on you, I can't ask it if you bring you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And you no money, and more I know. And you love our money, more I know.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the thing, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Calling out people who waiting to sell. The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, Sano to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Well, indeed. Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, and the Sktv show. Sorry, though, first we starting at this. But again, when you put in all of the gadgets together, it can be easier, though. Sometimes you got to be back to back here and there, making sure, some of you in the you can see, you know what I mean? They ain't all gonna work, but again moved. So, folks, good evening. Good evening. Today is May week, or is Wednesday, the 4th of December, and the year remains the same, 2024, and the 12th month. I mean, we're in the last month, and maybe, you know, yesterday I said something, and people keep asking me, "But what do you mean by Vision 2024?" But again, sometimes when you have people who don't care about you, they don't inform you, they don't tell you anything about what's going to happen a few years from now and so forth. But you see, God that we all served, our living God. You see, God love us all. God love us the best. Sorry, yeah, he said, yeah, I think the sign is not okay, right? Will be there. Joseph Greatness of men. But I think how does it sound like? I think everything is okay. So the God that we served or we all worship today. Hmm? And some of you, even when people don't go to church, you or if people don't go, you get angry, or even you say things against people. No, no. Let me tell you, the God we serve, the God we worship, is a God of love. When things were happy, that for example, maybe 7 years from now on, or 10 years from now on, something will happen. God will what? Tell, or if I reveal that to his servant, that means the person we can communicate with. God can communicate with everybody like that. No. You know how God work. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you, my brother. You know how God work. God can communicate with everybody like that. No. So now you see more than 50% they all are God saying, no, no, no. They get it wrong. So God communicate one time with, or if I with that person that you think or you choose to work with. So what I'm trying to say is that that Vision 2024, some of you don't know. So when we said it yesterday, we're like, I'm about that Vision 2024 business for now because the government, the previous government, or the CDC-led government, they didn't tell you, they didn't inform you, and there's one too also, which of course they were in power before for 12 years. They don't care. But you are happy. You moved. We always celebrate. So that vision, Vision 2024, today is the 4th of December. How far with this vision? Nothing. Well, now we're going evening. I just passed by with that one. So share the show. Look, to all of our followers and listeners, please share the show for the SKT. Look, that Steve can always say today will be hot. Yeah, but it's just that something happened not too long, and yeah, trying to find somebody, the news, coming from the highway is just so um embarrassing. But the show will be hot. Yeah, the show will be hot. SKTV show on Truth FM. Yeah, people may to when they people can say maybe don't be laughing. Because let me tell you, that our style of life. Because when we not take this stress from our system, some of us sometimes we just collapse. The way other people the job moving about. So while we are with our team, Steve will be no, not Steve. Not Steve will join. Well, Seku, something very very big will be happening today on the show. Share the show, or to all of you, share the show. Something big will be happening today on the show. And let me see myself. I'm trying to share the show. And good evening. We are hearing the unconfirmed reports, social media, people going here and there with the news about the accident involving the former Senator Carr on one of his vehicles, Senator Penwa Johnson, that 6 persons was on board heading to Nima County, and unfortunately the vehicle accident, according to information and what we are getting from that end, that the 4 persons lost their lives, but we are still that this information are all unconfirmed until we're waiting for the MDL. Let me tell you, the MDL, you got to give us update. Anything happen to Prince Johnson family members, friends, relatives, you got to give us update. Let me tell you. Because in less than 30 minutes, Within less than 30 minutes time, the MDR was able to come up with a press release about what happened between the former president and that Jeremiah Kun. So MDR, for me, I'm a call. You won't hate me for that one. Well, that's your business. But that's my call. So MDR people, we're waiting to hear what happened, all of the actual stories. Post it or send out an official communication informing the public or the Liberian people that yes, indeed, this is what happened. MDR people, waiting for you. From now to 7 o'clock. If I not get even 8 o'clock the next day, then I mean, then maybe but you have to inform us, please. So it's a call. Yeah, you please share the show. Let's show me out. Tell them, look, just share the show. 200,000. Well, the country, when we tell them that bro for sales and make it, maybe bro, how can you not see? Look, this country is. We'll put. What about the country? Say, look, just share the show. Just share the show, man. The country. Very fast, we're going to put the country over sale. We'll be there. Yeah, so we recognize few of you, man. I'm enjoying all of our followers. We'll be there. Yeah, Bobby Yam, yes, indeed, following us. Lena Yam following us. Abigail, there, somebody needs something easy about Jackson James also following us. And say me and Mustafa are watching from Chester County, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. Ruby Kane also following us. Joseph Greatness Hoffman following us. And we'll be there. Shaku Shek. That's great. Shaku Shek. What's up? Regina Wixing, also one of our good follower and always our strong support. Let me tell some of you. Sometimes you'll be complaining. We say Sktv, we say my support. Say, look, I'm not fear of Martin Cody, right? But let me tell you, today he posted something today. And somebody went on a post and said, Martin, I admire what you just posted. In fact, I admire all of your hard work. So I'm going to give you my little support. Look, sometimes we got to learn how to encourage people. It's very good for some of you because you will not press thinking, so you're angry. We'll be this. Yeah, man. Salayu Kemon. Good evening. Yeah. This Joseph Konto. Wow. Joseph, I guess what issue with you, my brother? He said the God that we best serving in Liberia found from the Viego. Oh, the Viego not run away. Just I guess what issue with you, but thank God that you follow it. And we'll be there. Texting ya, good evening. We'll be there from by MCC. My own uncle, wow. Yeah, mapping the shoe. Yeah, Chief, what's up? Everything. Compliment of the season. In fact, we're facing the local or some kind of muffin you will see behind us. Every time we come on, you will see the season greetings, the compliment, the season, and everything. To all of you, our people, yeah, mapping the shoe. What's up? Everything. Jim David, I remember watching from, indeed, from New Jersey. Thank you so much for always watching. Please share the show. I'm waiting for a circle with a bomb. Let me tell you. We'll tell them. Yeah. So while we wait for Seku, we'll be there. The other born post the rescue are all those who brought in JB taking to power by jumping on the rescue train area like you're exposed. Yes, indeed, actually the fights, in the government is just too much. It's indeed serious. Yeah, don't worry, hey, look at my good friend and brother. Mama, together, look, at Chairman, let me tell you, that man Steve, that Steve can come on the show, he wants for me. But I'm a good chairman, though, smart, that way. I'm a good chairman. When you come and committee, so actually it's frustrating. It's bad that the government of experience, for the 2 years of experience, see people fighting, this one happening and this other one happening, all these things happening. But let me go now to our talking points. And today, while we wait for Seku and that of Steve to join us very, very soon. So indeed, we have so many things to talk about, as a country. So many things. Yeah, Elizabeth Brown, good evening to you, my dear. And let me say compliment of the season to all of you. Yes, indeed, for your support and everything. We are grateful to all of you. So, Liberia, me, I don't know, but well, so that move. So many things been happening. We've been receiving a couple of news, informations, and back to back. So many things. So, but with that, we also have the so many recordings, and I'm going to play some of the recording. Let me see how best to play some of the recording while we wait for Sekou, Steve, and but we'll also call Lawrence from Bon County. Also, you will give us update. So many things happening in Bon County, and I'm also getting information that the president of the Republic of Liberia will also be going to Bon County anytime this week. So we'll call Lawrence because they're challenging you. God, how you expect your own people to grow? Anyway, let me play the record. So these are tributes that was said yesterday by some of our government officials, especially the senators from Tomlin Nimle Yaya or Thomas Nimle Yaya, Davos Dedon, and also going to play you the sometimes the misinterpretation of things is not easy. Yeah. So when people see things the way they see it, if you that person that's supposed to be correcting things, if you're not careful, sometimes you just find yourself into situation again easily handle. So right now we see posts, we see people, oh, today going to be the D-Day for the Supreme Court to come up with a ruling. At the end of the day, today what happened? Nothing. Some people were saying these things. People are using this because they feel that Liberian people, they are just quick to buy intercession information, so they just put it out. Without even consulting to know exactly as to what's going to happen. So, no news today for the Supreme Court. No news. All of the talks, all of the Facebook posts, here and there, all these things are happening right now. People are trying to make themselves or to make sure that they put themselves into a situation where they feel that maybe they want to control. Say, okay, let me see, let me myself happy because of it. But no. Until the Supreme Court can come up and tell us that this is wrong and this is right, then we moved. But before that, all the posts you'll be seeing, people are just suggesting, people are just making their own stories, trying to make themselves happy. That's it. So let me play this recording as we go on with yes. So this is Senator Thomas Nimeyaya from Grand Julia County when you were paying a tribute yesterday.
I've been knowing Johnson for a very long time, since 2005. When I was out here during the time from 1990 on to the end 2005, I was in this country. I came from Ghana. And I decided that I'm going to live in here. He called Justice Kabila Johnny and said, do you know this man? He said, yes. He said, I'm going to live with this. So Kabila called me and said, and I please do so much to live with you. And I said, I don't know him, I haven't met him, I actually have no reason to know him. I don't know him, I don't message to Simon Joseph. I said, Kabila, I will live with him. I will not rest until the man was known to me. It took about 3 weeks. And Kabila would come to my house and say, you need to live with Senator Chris Johnson. You know why he's calling you. So I wore my jeans pants and I put a white t-shirt with my slippers and I said, let's go. And I called him and said, the man is coming over to your house. We drove into the yard. We walked upstairs to the first floor. While I was walking upstairs, I saw the late Samuel Canning Rose picture on the wall. ascending to the first floor. When I entered the first floor, along with Kabila, he said, "Where's the man?" So Justice Kabila said, "This is the man." Is this Thomas Yayadini? Yeah, this is Thomas Yayadini. He said, "Where are your people?" He said, "I don't have any people right now, I came alone." He brought dreams in crescent cartoons, line up. He said, "But I bought all these things for you and your people, and you came along. So what am I going to do with it now?" And he said, "Thank you for calling me, but I don't drink." He said, "Sit down." We sat down, and we talked for about 25 minutes, talking about his relationship with Senator Kayanta and the Crown people. It occurred to me that he called me for reconciliation. And I did not ask him why he called me, but I knew that he called me to reconcile. He wanted to use me as a point of reconciliation between him and Grand County. So we had a discussion, and we shared numbers. And upon my departure, he gave me a hug. He said, "As of today's date, you are my friend." So we left. After 3 months, he called me. Senator Prince Johnson began that friendship as on that date in May. Up to the time he became Senate Chair of Defense and Security, every information, if it was in Nigeria, he would call me 10 o'clock at night. Everywhere, if I'm not in town, they keep calling. As soon as I get to town, his phone will tell him that I'm in town. Then he will call me. He said, "You are not in town, I'm calling you." Those of you who are Christians in this country, I don't know what it means to be a Christian, and I don't know what the definition of a Christian is. Whether it's just a cup of water to put on your head or to drop your head in the river, is that what it is and that's it? I don't know. Prince Johnson opened a church. Why did he open a church and started preaching 2-3 times a week, fasting? The man was asking for redemption. He was seeking spiritual redemption. And he assigned himself to provide community services for the length of time that he will be alive. So in the only way he will be alive and be able to provide those services is to become a president's maker. And so every presidential candidate who wanted to be president, he would pray and say, "Who should I carry?" And then his spiritual inclination will tell him, "Carry President A. And then he will go there and say, "President Sully, I will make you president. But when I make you president, I want you to buy me time." And President Sully will say, "Yes, I'll make you president. When you make me president, I will buy you time." As old as he was, he would get from town to town, village to campaign. And President Ellen Johnson Sully became president. And at the heat of 2005 and 2006, the World War won World Crown Court in this country. President Ellen Johnson Sully said, "I got a nation to lead. I am not interested in World Crown Court." So he bought time and gave it to Prince Johnson. Use this time to reconcile with your soul. The Prince Johnson did. Build schools. Bring his people from Nima that are educated, put them into government. Providing services in a minute.
Well. So we got to take that one down. And thank you. That's the voice of Senator Thomas Nimna from Grand County, speaking on yesterday when he paid tribute to the late Senator Prince Johnson of Nima County, and there were a lot of misreactions to that. Well, Sekou, let me say good evening and welcome. To what? How come today I gotta go back?
But I've entered the zoo bush, so I gotta come like a zoo.
No, you what? What the wow?
I had to come today like a zoo, like a real zoo.
Because I'm a bit confused.
Because right after when I posted that we're gonna be giving the breaking news on Sktv, I already started receiving threats and all the kind of things.
Yeah, even you alone about my way that inbox is filled. Maybe what's going on from your end? How come Sktv saying this and saying that? Saying that Liberia. So just stay tuned, and we're going to bring you all the information. So welcome.
Thank you, Melbourne, and I want to say thank you very much to all our viewers, followers, and well wishers, and to all the supporters, to our stakeholders, and those who are not stakeholders, but they are doing better than some stakeholders.
I like that.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody for following Sktv. And to those of you listening to us on the radio, we want to say thank you very, very much for listening. We don't see you, we don't know you, but we know that you are watching, you are listening. We have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that are listening on the radio. We don't know them by name, but we know very well that our people are watching and listening to us on the radio and also on the social media platforms. So we want to encourage all our people to go ahead and share the show. Today's show is, like Steve would say, Steve would say it's going to be noisy. I would not say it's going to be noisy. What I would say, it's going to be interesting, fascinating.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you're going to like it. Because what happened, Melbourne, we have many things on the Sktv. When I say we, not just me, but all of us, you, myself, Steve, and Brazilian Monk, and all of our colleagues, pretty much everything we've said on the Sktv have come to pass. Almost 99.9% of the time. Maybe we'll get it once, we'll get it wrong once, in a blue moon. However, let me just do some cleanup here. Whatever information we give here, we are not looking for an approval of the Unity Party people, of Joseph Nima Bwaka supporters. Any information we give here, because some of you are so delusional, extend that even you don't even believe your own statement you make.
Oh yeah.
It's so, ironical to see Liberians supporting Joseph Nima Bwaka and stay questioning Sktv reporting that Joseph Nima Bwaka was in a hospital in Rhode Island. After Joseph Nima Bwaka himself went on the media and admitted that he was in a hospital in Rhode Island, as reported by Sktv. But yet, so they stay using that against Sktv because they so believe in lies and deception. So they want to discredit Sktv by all accounts, no matter what we say, no matter what happened. They always want to discredit the Sktv. So, I saw one of them posting or writing under our post today. That one, you don't even know A from B. Even write a name like whole house doesn't even know how to spell it or how to pronounce his own name. He is one of the Mandingo guys that making Mandingo pushing. He came and wrote, he said, since you be in America, that sense that he put SEND. He said, since you be in America, what have you done for yourself? The sense he put SEND. Me in America, he put BEEN. America, he put, at the end of the America, he put KA instead of a CA. I said the other guy, they made in a Musa. So I guess, you know, it was so shameful to me. Yeah, unfortunately, the man in Amusa, a man was on Nakwe. There I was there, no problem. But man in Musa, he just so when I check the profile, the man profile, I so do my bugger picture there. But although you know there are people then that they are appointed for job, so for them, it's all about party. It's all about who you support. It's all about which party you belong to. It's all about you know who's one of your family is appointed in the in the government. So I was like, I saw the beginning phase. I was like, about that guy. I know him before. I saw a face. I saw one of picking. I used to know when I was refugee in Lola. His name is Musa. Well, I will call your phone name when I look at it. The guy writing just kind of. Because when I look at the whole thing, I say, "Boy, wait now, I got a man ni na sona Zawulu or something like Nyako or maybe why you can call it Miro Nize Yakawulu. At least I will say, yeah. But the guy can't write something on a mango ni. I say, man, the other mango remember you me washing. Yeah, people already laughing at all he can't make. He says, since you be in America, he says, since SEND. He says, send. I mean, he don't want to send me America. Yeah. Anyway, you know. On a serious note, those people, they support Joseph Nimampuakai. For them, Liberia is about, you know, some, you know, sport, you know, that Barcelona and Real Madrid, when your team win, you're happy. You know, even some of the majority of the supporters of those teams, they don't even know the value of the Champions League. You don't know how much it costs. They don't even know winning the Champions League, how much each player receives. They have no idea, no clue. But they will be so excited when the people are receiving the trophy. Politics is not like that. This is about other people's life. This is about the whole country, the survival and the future of our children. So when we come here to give people information, you want to come here to discredit, to distract us? That's really too bad for you. I just wanted to make sure I let them know that I don't really care about their approval. Whatever information we give, whether you CDCN, you Unity Party, you ANC, you Liberty Party, we care less about your party affiliation. We give the information. And the good people, I know the good people can receive it, they absorb it, they use it in good faith. For those little, you know, chicken brain, are the ones that are called chicken brain, the beheaded chickens, no sense of directions, those ones that are the ones I'm talking to here. I know there are a lot of good people that follow Sktv, both on social media, on radio, everywhere else. I know so, you know, everything we have said about what is happening in Liberia, especially with Joseph Nimampuakai government and the unending fight within the House of Representatives, everybody's sitting waiting for the Supreme Court ruling. Oh, the Supreme Court will rule. The Supreme Court will there. The Supreme Court will that. I'm not giving you Supreme Court ruling right now, but I will give you what to expect. We are not close with authority. We are not the ones responsible to give information from the Supreme Court. But we owe it to our people to provide you information that you need. And pretty much all of what we have received only vindicate what we have said over and again. Right now, both, you know, Melbourne, it is so interesting that some people within the majority bloc don't even know what really was going on. Likewise, some people in the minority bloc They don't know either. So after when I receive the information, I try to call some of the major actors from both ends. They have no clue.
Wow.
So I told them, okay, I'm just calling you guys to see whether you guys are in the know of what is about to happen. One of them say, yeah, so cool. But tell me now. I said, no, I can tell you. You are the lawmakers, right? You are the lawmakers. You should know better.
Yeah, you should know. You should be on top of the game.
So, Melbourne, we told the Liberian people that this is something that if Joseph Boakai and the entire government behind it, whatever happened, no matter where it go, whether it's political, whether it's constitutional, it is unconstitutional, whatever the case be, we got the same result. That's what we said. And apparently, it seems like that is the case.
Wow.
So a lot of people say, if they follow the law, if they follow the Constitution, it's going to be for nothing going to win the legal case, but perhaps the political case for nothing may not win that, blah, blah, blah. Everybody be saying their own. But with the information we have, first and foremost, Joseph Nima Boakai government. Hear me loud. We're on the radio in Liberia, right?
Yes, we are live.
If they are listening, Joseph Nima Boakai government is resolved in removing Fonati Kufa.
Wow.
Joseph Nima Boakai government, the reason why it's being delayed, it was supposed to be on Tuesday, it was supposed to be on Wednesday. People still waiting, right? What again continues. You know what's happening?
No.
We started here on Sktv that the first decision made by the Supreme Court when Speaker Fonati Kufa, initially took the case to the Supreme Court and they say, this is state political. Once it becomes legal, then we will intervene. And we came here, we said that the Supreme Court just want to get, just want to give some people hope. Fighting. So once it gets really serious, then they will also use their position as a bargaining chiefs as to what they can get in or they can get out of the whole process. You saw a poster on my page. I said 200,000 is a lot of money, right? I can confirm to you, this is Sktv saying that each member of Supreme Court will have received $200,000.
200,000 USD.
United States dollar, each of them.
No.
$1 million.
7. Are you talking about the 7 of them?
It's 5 of them.
Oh, yes, 5 of them. Yeah, 5 of them.
Yeah, $1 million. They will not show if the money will be provided. And with no paper trail, cash, money, cash, 200,000 United States dollar
per person.
And they are expected, unless they change it today, because Sktv is exposing this, unless they change it before tomorrow, but they are expected to rule in favor of the majority. In fact, Sktv can tell you, Melbourne, that some of the people supporting Fonati Kufa, they have given up already. And this country called Liberia. Somebody said we're not on the YouTube. We should be. We are on the YouTube. Maybe there's something else on the YouTube or what?
Well, I think I'm gonna be asking you too, because myself, I'm
Hold on,
not.
hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. We are on YouTube. We're on the YouTube. Somebody said we're not on YouTube. You know, day before yesterday, on Tuesday, some of them receive the money, but they never receive the entire money. So that's why they hold on to the decision is made. And according to our information, is expected to be unanimous. Meaning, it's expected it's going to be like a 5 for 5. If it goes maybe 4 for 4 and 1, maybe, but maybe that will be because of the money thing. But actually, what we were told, 5 for 5, $1 million, $200 each person.
Wow.
So, in fact, there are some senators that are also involved. Maybe don't take us off the radio, right. But tell your internet to work so that people can get the information. Just to remove a speaker, you're spending $1 million. But you know what they say? What they are going to get is way more than what they are putting in. That giving $1 million to the speaker, they can insert that $1 million in the budget, even way more than that. They can even insert $5 million, $4 million, taking $1 million from there just to get the speaker out. They say that's nothing. So, and then I called another person again from I called about 4 people in the majority block. So I called another person again. The person told me
to confirm all the information.
It was too crazy for me. So the person told me, Seku, I will not confirm the money to you. But I can confirm to you that yes, we're going to win the case. We're confident. And the person said, I don't want to confirm anything about money to you because you're the journalist there. You can go, you can take people. In fact, you can record people. So I don't want my knee out there. But yes, I can confirm to you that we're going to win the case.
Wow.
Then I turn around, of course, another person from the minority block. That person told me, I don't want to talk about this thing anymore. I said, why? The person said, it looks like it's over. So what do you mean? I said, well, whatever information that you have, you may be right. But I'm disappointed in this country. I said, but then what is Speaker Kofa's position right now? The person said, I don't know. I am not laughing because I'm happy about what is going on. I'm happy that Sktv is once again vindicated. We told you that regardless of what happened, if Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun, if they are in collaboration with the lawmakers in the lower house, definitely they will get their wish. In Liberia, when you are the president, I've said this, come with that number. If you are the president or you own the executive, you have the money, you have the government, you have the country, you have the people. You do whatever you want to do with them. That's Liberia. And nothing can come from out of it. We told you here that at the end of the day, if I were for Kofa, I would not spend a penny on anybody. If the conspiracy is too deep and you have seen it, I will not spend $1 or anybody. All those funny guys that you call over there calling themselves advocate, they're going to go protest, they're going to go do this, they're going to do that. I don't want to call their name. And know you give them money. I'm privileged to some of the information, some of the money you give them. I heard it, and I'm seeing some of the proof that Funati gives some of those guys money. But I don't want to call them some of their brothers that they respect me. I don't want to, expose them. But Funati give a lot of money to some people in the media and some political actors to defend him. And
I have so many questions, but
you will give a question. Just give me a second. He did all of that for people to speak for him. And Funati will not get, it's not going to, the case is not going to go against him simply because he's wrong. It's not going to be because he doesn't know what he's doing legally. But he doesn't understand the politics of it. He's trusting a lot of people that he's supposed to trust. So at the end of the day, we say here that if Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party support whatever those guys are doing, we said they will recognize them, and they did that. We said all the ministers, government officials that they are calling to come and appear before them to legitimize their stand, they will do it, and they came there. We told you the budget will be sent to them, and they did. Everything we have said, and we told you, at the end of the day, once it becomes legal matter and it goes to the Supreme Court, we told you that the Supreme Court will side with them, not because they are wrong or right. They will side with the government, because in Liberia, when you are the president, you have the money, you own the executive, you own the legislature, you own the judiciary. That's Liberia. Unlike any other country in the world. So
even the people.
That's what I'm saying. You own everything. So that's why everybody fighting to become president in Liberia.
Indeed.
Because you do whatever you want and nothing happens. People will threaten, people will make noise, people will, say stupid things. But at the end of the day, you do whatever you want. So,
but Sekudo, that allowed to you, do you know what it is that someone will make it, for example, someone will make you president, you say, that I'm seeing this. Someone make you president, then the next day, it is your birthday, and you celebrate it, or you celebrate your birthday in that kind of mood or with that kind of celebration. Well, so it tells you that nobody cares. People only care about what they can get out of you, what they can, or maybe how they can use you and get things going. But go ahead, so I can ask you a few questions.
Yeah. Go ahead, ask the question, because I have a lot to say. But go ahead, ask the question. Maybe I will respond to some of the. I'll say some of the.
So let's just take this. For example, maybe the first question would be like, if maybe after hearing all of the news and they try to change, do you think that they may likely change their mind because of maybe the way the popular or maybe the way the news are coming out?
I'm not sure, but for what I know, and from the sources, that is very unlikely for them to change. In fact, I asked, are we allowed to talk about this? Say yourself to you. So people are angry. Some people are very, very, very angry. But guess what? Some people are excited. And maybe, let me tell you something. There are people in the Senate that support what is going on.
Yeah.
But in the open, will not believe or thinks they are with him.
Because they pretend.
Yeah. But they are not with him. In fact, there are some people actually with him, but they're not with him. So it's that built me. Let me be honest with you. Whether it's the presidency, whether it's the running for any other elected position in Liberia. You see me? I'm still considering running for something in Liberia. But guess what? I believe everything is possible in Liberia.
Oh, yeah.
That's my belief. The fact that George Weah became president of Liberia, the fact that Joseph Nima Boakai, a dead body, they call dead body. They say dead body. The fact that a dead man became president of Liberia. Anybody can become anything in Liberia, especially if you're ready
for us to even go 1 year without even building any kitchen alone speak volume.
If you're ready to spend the money, or if you are loved by the people, because you don't have to give Liberia anything to let them love you. Just be loved by the people. Anybody can be anything in Liberia. Look at the kind of people that are senators and representatives. Look at them. What are they doing? What have they done? Nothing, absolutely, to deserve what they are getting. They are not, after even being elected, they are not even doing anything for the people. But yet, the same people continue not only to fight for them, but to elect them every day, every election cycle. Look at the likes of Thomas Fowler. Look at Abu Kamara from District 15. Look at the other picking. I don't know, they call color green or color blue, whatever color they
color green.
Look at them. I'm not picking on those guys just because I'm called, just because some of the people that I know and I've seen what they have done, and I know exactly their purpose of being there. They don't even know what they are there for.
What's their impact on the society?
Absolutely nothing. So
let's be frank. What their impact? Even Nigeria love us.
Melbourne, before we take calls, I don't know whether we're going to go for new.
Yes. We're going to
go for news break. I have some other information to share with the Liberian people. That is the CDC debacles. That is very, very serious. Remember, we said it here that CDC will crumble from within. People say, oh, stop talking there. Oh, CDC not going nowhere. CDC, at this point, is George Weah. All the people, all the branches, all the roots that made the CDC for what it was are cutting loose, breaking apart because of political reason. And George Weah's decision to allow himself to be played by the Unity Party in 2023, George Weah's decision to prematurely let go of the presidency, it kills the spirit of the CDC. Up to now, George Weah still getting the ramification of what happened. But he conceded prematurely before even the announcement. Hurt a lot of people. People believe that he's not a leader. Some of them believe that he's never going to come back. Some of the small supporters there, they want them, they got no check there. They want to just to talk, or they get $10 $5 here and there to put in their cell phone to call in and insure people. I'm not talking about those people. But all the key players of the CDC, they have given up. Majority of them have given up on George Weah, that the man is now a presidential material. They could not run the country. What happened to George Weah? Any other president in Africa, less than 20,000 votes, they will still won the election. And international community, everybody will say, you know what, that number is not enough to change the outcome of anything. George Weah would have been president today if that was any other president in Africa. But guess what? George Weah was played. Imagine you, the president, you got played by people in the election commission. So what is going on right now the removal of Fanatic Kofa is also a part of the process to dismantle, to discombobulate the CDC. And CDC will be dismantled to the extent that they might not even have a candidate. I don't want to say it again. If they will have candidate, they will have more than one or two people in the race. They may all may not be called CDC, but it's from CDC people. You have 2 or 3 people running for president. There was once a CDC, there were once CDCs. Because what's happening right now, the Unity Party is making sure they remove Fanatic Kofa. They might remove other people. I'm not going to go there right now. Anybody, the only way you'll be safe in the Unity Party government right now, unless you play by the drum beat of the Unity Party. So I think you're getting ready for your news bulletin. Whenever you guys,
yes, I went for the.
just give me a heads up.
Yeah, but again, I'm getting information that we should continue with the show. That's what I'm getting. I just from there, so they say we should continue.
Okay.
So,
okay. Thank you to Mark and David and everybody there. We tell them thank you. We appreciate it. So, what happened in the past few days? We told you that at the end of the day, Fanatic Kofa are gonna go. But you think it was because we don't like Fanatic Kofa or we're against Fanatic Kofa. And again, we are still waiting for the Supreme Court to come out. But what we are just sharing with you right now, those are informations that were shared with us from very, very, very reliable sources that the Supreme Court will rule on behalf of the majority bloc. And reason behind it, they are bought. They are compromised. In fact, I know somebody will not get in trouble by me saying this. One of the sources is too close to the people that are making the decision. Very, very close. And when I talked to that person last night, I was shocked. They said, cool, this thing is finished. So what do you mean? So can you imagine? So what happens? The people going to rule for on behalf of them? Because from all angles, everywhere we go, everybody was saying that if it's going to be, by the law, Fanatic going to win. Everybody was saying that. That was the expectation. Whether or not Joseph Nima Boakai and the United Party will accept the Supreme Court decision, that was something that people couldn't tell. But people's expectations are Fanatic will be the winner in the Supreme Court, but then the political aspect will go against him. But from all indication, from our reporting right now, is that they will not only win the political battle, they will also win the legal battle. In fact, maybe I also asked, I said, what about the people?
Yeah, thank you.
I said, what about people who were removed from their position?
Good.
The people then that,
the committees.
Let's say, without really, really understand.
Yes.
People that were head of those committees.
And even the newspaper are also thinking about
they were now with them. They did not actually participate. They didn't participate in the process. And because of their absence, they were removed. Their positions were declared
vacant. Yeah.
In fact, what they did, they dissolved all the committees and reappoint the committee. Guess what they told me? If the Supreme Court ruled that their actions, their activities to remove the speaker, if the Supreme Court deemed that legal, then everything else that they did in the process are also legal.
So that means including even the new speaker.
All the people, every decision that they took, if the Supreme Court rules to say, hey, they act accordingly, the idea of legislature is about number, and whether there is that ruling or is the Supreme, whether it's the Constitution, if you have a quorum is the one that decides. Because it is the quorum that they consider as the plenary.
Yes, indeed.
Well, yeah, the quorum, and the plenary is the one that makes the final decision. Even if, let's say, for example, even if the decision is made, it's taken in the committee rooms, whatever committee that is, the plenary is the one that can make that one legal. The plenary is where
the majority agree.
Quorum is established, and you could legally do business. You know, some of all who are now legal practitioners who speak to those things in the past, we were told, oh no, your way. But let me tell you something. They're going to rely on some of those things. It might be strong case to you. It might not be strong case. Honorable Jacob Colbert is calling. It looks like you want to chip in.
Yeah, so because, yes, so why you try now to get maybe to get some connection with the lawmaker? I have a few of the questions, and one of the questions also to you, Steve.
Let's hear from the honorable. I'll answer all your questions. Let me hear from the honorable. The fact that we're not going to, to do.
No, go to the lawmaker.
Honorable Yake Yapawolo Kolba. You want to disagree with me? Go ahead.
So this is how it works. Every plenary will have a presiding officer. The presiding officer must be the speaker. Okay, not agree. They say where they're sitting is legal. But the proceeding to remove the speaker was not followed. Then let me tell you what we can do. Let me tell you what can happen in that instance. We were in the theater, we take our speaker and say, look, say you for our forum, this is our speaker. The speaker must preside. Our rules say the speaker must preside. You must bring a complaint to the speaker. There is no way you can set up a committee. Our rules are clear. Our rules say the speaker will receive a complaint and turn it over to the rules and order. Then the speaker will recuse himself for that matter. If the speaker is being removed at 49, that means the speaker is removed. That means they're not complaining anymore. But if you don't have the 49 to remove the speaker, and they say we should go there for due process, okay, we'll take our speaker. We'll take the speaker. When the speaker comes there, he has to preside. If the speaker can't preside, then who are you giving a complaint to as per our rules? You understand what I'm saying? So the Supreme Court have a precedent case. Anything the Supreme Court said, we respect it. But we use it in law. Because anything the Supreme Court is on law. All right?
So Honorable Kolba. Okay. No. Yeah, I'm listening to you because you came to disagree with me. So I want to listen to you to finish that. Then I can give my counter argument.
Yeah, I want to understand that any decision from the Supreme Court have become a precedent ruling. Now people will reference to say you rule in favor of Sekou on this matter, so you must rule in favor of me on this matter. You can't contradict yourself. So I think that people need to say everything that we'll be doing there will be like they
No. I'm not saying it. I'm not the one saying that. Maybe you didn't hear me clearly. Let me say what I say again. According to what this person told me when I asked. So if Speaker Kofa team loses the case and the majority group wins the case, what becomes the feature of those people who were removed from their committee positions? So I was told that if the Supreme Court deemed their action legal, that they were in their legal framework to do whatever they want, whatever they did, then everything that they did will also be considered legal. That's what they told me. So now, you now can make the case, say no, it's not legal. Maybe you can sue it again, and sue it again, and sue it again. At the end of the day.
So let me tell you what our rule says. To remove people that don't complete the 49 to remove them. If you want to suspend our rules, you have to give notice.
I think what they did, they dissolve all the committees. Do they okay, do they have right to dissolve the committees like they did? But they said they have plenary. And the only way you can have a plenary, you must have a quorum. You must have established quorum to have a plenary. They said they had a quorum, they had a plenary, and that's why they dissolved the committees.
For the house. There are everything for the two can decide for the house. Now what our constitution is very specific on issue.
So how do you okay, well, what do you consider plenary?
You took me off my thoughts. Let me tell you something. The issue is the case is before court. Whether the court rule, then you will see for when to proceed.
Honorable Kolba, I don't know what kind of phone you're using, but your voice is not too clear today. You're using the Bluetooth? The people are saying they're not hearing you clearly. The people who are listening.
So are you hearing me now?
Nah, much better. I don't know what you were doing.
Okay. So Sekou, you see, like I talked, there was a case in the Supreme Court. They wanted to expel somebody, it couldn't work. They said they would suspend the person. The Supreme Court said temporary removal. It's not suspension; it's expulsion. So you must have the 49. So you see, not wait for the Supreme Court. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to tell you our next move. But wait for the Supreme Court to see. We'll respect the law.
So
If the Supreme Court say we can go to Joba Market in my district and go collect signature from there and remove somebody, then Sekou, you will see me on my talk going from market to market, collecting signature to remove the person of this country. We will tell the Supreme Court ruling.
Yeah, but the Supreme Court ruling.
It's a long way to go.
But it is Supreme Court ruling can remove Supreme Court. I mean, signature can remove the president. Is that what the law says?
Oh, but when the majority of the people say we lost confidence in you, you are voted for. The speaker
you think you get? You think you can get majority signature from the majority of Liberian people?
Yes, Sekou. You yourself when you're in a brand new son. So you let them party for a son.
Of course.
You see the phone. The Supreme Court rule, they will not be saying you need to verify the signature. They will not be saying so. They will not say your signature here. Because what they did, they will not verify to remove the speaker. So we'll use the same means, the same method to remove the president of this country.
But Sekou,
I will be, if they will arrest me, I will be on my top, creating awareness with copy book in my jeep. People will be signing. As soon as we get that number we're supposed to get, we will form our government and announce our president. And we'll have the second.
That's how you can work. I don't know, man. Your line is breaking again. It was very clear, for a minute. Now it's breaking for some reason. Yeah, but I don't think that's how it works. The Supreme Court, we don't know what the Supreme Court will say 100%, but Sktv is reporting what is expected. They could change it. They could say something different. But if our reporting is correct, as we have been for the most part, Supreme Court will rule in favor of the majority, which is the side of the president. And there are some financial inducement in the process that we can confront to you. $200,000 for each member of the Supreme Court. $200,000. And to the government, it's not big money. People that can really go and eat $22 million, that $200,000 money to them.
And that's the thing. Good.
We're losing you little by little. We're not hearing you clearly. Hello?
Oh, sorry, I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming from all the time. I'm driving. So are you getting me now?
Very much.
So Sekou, all that in the book talking Supreme Court rule our favor, Supreme Court rule against the people is fake. No, we want to believe in the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court rule.
So hypothetically, let's say tomorrow. What happened? Let's say tomorrow.
No, the Supreme Court is not going to rule tomorrow.
Okay, no. I'm saying that's what happens. Anytime the Supreme Court ruling comes out.
Yeah, the Supreme Court is not going to rule tomorrow. Maybe it'll be next week.
Okay.
Or maybe tomorrow is Thursday, right? Because if they serve the notice tomorrow, there was no notice served today for the ruling to be heard.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Let's assume next week the Supreme Court rules next week and say Fernando Kofa is right. Fernando Kofa is to maintain or retain his position. And then the majority say, you know what, we're not going there. We're not going to sit on his gabble. Then what happened?
No, but then you know what we'll do? You know what? Sekou, I don't want to tell what we'll do, man. Sekou, we'll destroy the budget.
I don't want to go the budget. You don't got.
No, I have to get all the budget.
Yeah, but if you don't have quorum, how you gonna function?
No, quorum. The law say we must go to session and join. So we'll go to session and discuss the budget. There are certain provisions under the law we need to use. Sekou, let me say thank you. We'll talk after the ruling.
So no, don't run away. Hold on. I gotta give you one more question before you go. Don't run away. Okay, let's give you the other way. Let's say it's the other way around. The Supreme Court rules in favor of the majority. And then they already say they have a quorum. And you got what require, which number do you need to have a quorum? I think it's 37, right?
Yes, 37.
Yeah, but they have more than that.
Amen. Sekou, you stop the thing here, man. The law say when the speaker is in the country, the speaker must preside.
Which law?
The speaker should be the presiding officer. Our rules are clear. The presiding officer is the speaker. The law says the deputy speaker. No people playing cool. No people can be charged with treason. You know that?
Who can charge them?
The president, our president will send someone and say, I'm the president. That is treasonable. Sekou, let me say thank you, man. I will call your show later. Sorry that I call. When the Supreme Court rule, I will call your show.
All right, no problem.
I will tell you what we're
Hey, you know what? I will call you after the show. We're talking in the back. Because I got more information that I can share with you. That will even scare you.
Sktv can pay me when you stay my chief.
No, I didn't hear it.
Give my money to Sekou.
Steve.
Steve to pay me. Steve,
I didn't get money to Steve. Stop it. All right, my man. I'll call you later. Yeah. So, Memo, here is the thing. Likewise, I talk to Koluba. The same way I talk to a lot of other people on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all friends and brothers, and we know each other, right? But when it comes to Liberia, I have no friends. We'll come here, we'll sit down here, we'll discuss everybody, we'll tell you the truth, and we'll tell you exactly what we know. So, Liberia, to be honest, Liberia is a failed nation. Liberia, if you compare it to, if you compare Liberia to other countries in the world, we're not supposed to be having this kind of conversation.
That's the point. There where I'm coming now.
A country. Because the people of Liberia, they can settle for anything. Because you know what? You know the consequences of our elections?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the consequences of our elections. The people we vote for, the people we elect. The decision we make, and we also turn to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going through this because we decided to vote for the United Party and Joseph Jima Boakai to make him president.
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph Boakai and United Party, they will do what they feel they want to do to Liberia and for Liberia. And they will justify it. They will say this is in the best interest of the country. And you trusted them. You think that they are the one with the best judgment to decide for Liberia and the Liberian people. So give me a few more questions if you want to, then we can open the line for our people.
Yeah, so first of all, let me say thank you for all of this information. And, along Honorable Yeke Koluba, he's not even disagreeing. I'm listening to him. He's not even disagreeing. He's also saying another thing. So that means they've been getting all the information. But again, like you just said, we're waiting for the court ruling. And let me refrain, or will you say, before I ask you all the question, I think if care is not taken, there will be one of the bad things that will ever happen on the watch of our president, President Joseph Imam Bouaka, with all of the experience. Mind you, in their arrest agenda yesterday, I don't know whether maybe you also saw that, the president have $8.4 billion in their arrest agenda for 5 years, and their arrest, one of the arrow stand for the rule of law. So, second, to see us moving the way we are moving, or even discussing all these things, I think it's terrible. And look, I think we are now moving into a kangaroo system, which of course we have to be careful. But we pray that, for me, I pray that it didn't go that way. To me, let me be frank, I pray that it didn't go none of the issue even go that way that we are saying. But again, let me ask you so many questions, like maybe 2 questions will go to the line so we can get more calls from our people out there. Wow. Sekou, so with all of the happening now, what kind of system are you seeing back home as a person living outside of Liberia?
The thing about our country, Melbourne, the people of the country, the voters, they are the problem. People always, people will always aspire for positions, and you will not know everybody. But when they have shown you who they are, when somebody show you that they are good for nothing, when somebody show you that they don't have anything to provide for your country, you're voting for people for them to do a piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're showing you already that they can't do anything, and you continue to vote for them, that means you don't know what you want. You are the problem. Maybe for people to even say, Bog, you don't know Bog, I will vote for you. You kill my man, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. Even your dead body in your coffin, in the grave, we will vote for you. That tells you that the people who are voting, they don't know what they want. They have no priorities. So everything Labra going through right now, Labra deserves it. To be honest, everything Labra is going through right now, whether it's under Ellie, whether it's under Joseph Nima Boakai, whether it's under or George Weah, that's what Labra deserves. To be honest, Labra don't deserve anything good because we say we want bad people, and they give you bad things. So what else do you want? So for us, our only job is to just come here and explain to the people as to what is going on in the country. But I'm not here to render judgment. I believe whatever they are doing, that's what they deserve. And to me, we're not even there yet. It will be worse than this. It will be worse than this. Because why? The people who are voting They are not voting for substance. Right now, even to say Melbourne is the most qualified person right now in Liberia. Right now, somebody call your name right now, say, you know, why Melbourne can run for president? Somebody will say, for what? That Melbourne. So they will forget about what you are capable of doing. But they will look, first of all, they will look at you from the tribal line. They will look at you from the county line. They will look at you from personal line because they know you. They feel like you don't deserve anything. Or they will look at it from different lines. They'll say, you know what? The other person being here. The other person being running for this thing here forever. The other person be doing that. Why don't we try this person? We don't vote for people based on issues. We don't vote for people based on accomplishment, not on track record. But we vote for tribe. We vote for county. We vote for party. We don't vote for anything substantive. All we do, because the other person is from a county, we will support the person. Amen. Liberia is the worst country in the world when it comes to decision making. Look at the senators. Look at the representatives. The ones that have been elected for the first time, I'm not looking at that. But look at the ones that have been consistently elected in the country. For example, Thomas Fala,
Sir Joseph.
Sir Joseph, a lot of people will say Sir Joseph is good because he put money into use. But what people don't know, whatever he put into use there is for him, it's not for the country. But that's Liberia. Sir Joseph is the best senator because why? He putting his money into use. But for who? For himself, for his country, for his family? If for him and his family, who cares? He made a good man. That's Liberia for you.
Wonderful, thank you. So I will start that with the question, but quickly before I go to the line, I concur with you and say yes, I do agree. Even though one of the point that I will agree with you on is that they are now holding the leaders accountable. I think that they're where some of the problems lies because secular, for example, we can vote for Melbourne. Maybe Melbourne can change. The system can change Melbourne. Mind you, you can be good, but the system can change you. Right now, they're saying the lower house, Honorable Musa Hassan Bede is there. We have good people there. Even Amara Conan, once upon a time, was good, but because of all of the things that happened, he needs surface instantly bad things months ago. So sometimes you will be good, but the system, if you're not careful, the system will change you. So we vote for lawmakers. I come in 1 minute. We vote for lawmakers. We vote for presidents. But the president nominates the chief justice and other justices. Now these people, they have tenure position or they have time to serve for. How come they are dining and wanting with the executive? Just because
there's no loyalty to country. There's no love for country. It's all about what goes to their pocket. And everybody fighting for themselves. Nobody fighting for the country. So at the end of the day, the country will suffer. And who is the country? The people. And the people don't care. So what do you care?
Yeah, so that's just the point right there. So that move now to the line and interact with our people. See what 777-285-961. That's the number for you to call and be live on the Sktv show this evening. The line will start blinking to this first caller. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead, my dear brother. Your name and from where you join us?
My name is Jonathan. From PNGS.
All right, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I like the program tonight. I learned very interesting information that Sktv is giving. But my question to speak with is, if you were called by the Supreme Court to back the allegation that you are making, will you be willing to give proof that each member of the Supreme Court is being fined $200,000 to turn a case in the favor of the majority group? Because the reason is very powerful. Mind you, people are hearing you in Liberia and out of Liberia. And that is a very party for the Supreme Court to do if they were doing it. So if they were to invite you to April, will you be willing to go there to April?
All right. Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening. Hello? Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, this is David King. I am not you on your phone, my friend is a resident.
Go ahead, David.
Yeah, you see, people will not have love for country and people will not have love for themselves. Anything on the contrary of the law, let me be clear. We will stay saying, we will say, you don't work out, who the hell they are coming out? That was it. It teaches us what kind of things will make the government so much unbearable for him. We will protest if they just give up for money. Yeah, if they just give up for money to take the ruling from the Supreme Court, Joseph Baga, government will not rest. We will be on the street until we can get what we get. All
right, we will be in the street until the writing can be done. So there's Carla, good evening. I know which street. Yeah, go ahead.
Mo is not here today.
All right, go ahead.
Now, the former speaker for the people is wrong. He said he admitted that yes, and for wrong, we took those things, then we went for the 40th, we did it. He admitted. So if the Supreme Court coming out to tell you that, oh yes, or you get the information from the Supreme Court that Funaki Black is wrong, there is not no corruption, there is no executive rule. And to yes, I told the Labrador people want that we know I know how to protect the
man, God bless a lot here. To in fact, one of our international caller, she did one Jabo. My brother, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor and my brothers, people of Seko. I love that people of Seko. Salam alaikum to you.
Love you back, bro.
Happy to see you on the platform today.
Yeah, I know you've been missing a man for a very long time.
yeah. Seko, the Labrador people know all their criminals there. They know all the people who are suppressing them. But they love it. My appeal to you, as you said Labrador is being a real failed state. Or it's already failing. What can we do now? Because I know you have some connection in a Democratic Party. I know you have some connection in Arizona, whatsoever. So we can help our brother, neighbor, to see good things in America. Thank you very much and have a blessed day.
Yeah, I like that paper. That's what can be my brother. Thank you anyway. But we have got Democrat business. Isn't it? But the guy can probably. Well, anyway, that's good. Let me see to this caller. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Liver.
Yeah, my dear, go ahead. Seku, Kana, yeah, but go ahead.
You know, the narrative that Seku is providing, it is true because we all can read the law, and that's why the Constitution of Liberia documented we all can read and understand. So if you go in fear of the so-called unconstitutional group that is headed by an written own that might have disappointed and government has just validated our argument that is the complete offering of Samia Kizo administration. And let me say this to Seku, and as related to CDC will mean the vibrant political party in the history of Liberia, and the idea that, they will not get it from where he put to all that job we are not contesting 2017. 2023, he out that kind of negative and weak propaganda. And then you are saying, you see it, where is your Kumi? Kumi have been politically buried.
All right, thank you. Now, we you know what laugh. The people don't laugh, but you will still laugh. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, I want to respect like Uncle Seku. I say that come 2029, TC will not have any candidate on their ticket on their ticket. I want to very fair to do it again, like saying that the TDC is strong and we will be stronger than ever before. Come 2029, we might be the 24th of December 2024. Come 2029, TDC will win on first line.
Mommy, what campaign? You go to the other issue now. I thought you said you everything disagreeing with the men. The men agree. Go to the other issues. We talk good things here. Come to the scripture. Okay. Oh. You're in trouble. So let's call a good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Your name and from where you join us?
Well, my name is
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead.
I'm getting maybe a friend from what I'm hearing from Sktv-Lib. Because whenever you hear rumors, sometimes it comes with facts. But for me, I will never want to send you our people. If you ever hear about the Mau society in Kenya way back in the 60s and 50s, if you hear about our society or they know about it, they do their research. Because if they try to tamper with the law, but what they see law being the law war in the country, and they will ban the law, that picture that they will be setting for them, they will regret it, and they will never forgive them. That's all I have to say this evening.
All right, thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you so much, Samuel, for joining us.
I excel in motive, but I want to agree with you about the issue of a speaker. Somebody will say there are two sides, the political side and the legal side. I feel a thing that you win the legal side, but you not win the political side. But the issue about Joe Bwaka or the executive influence that almost everybody in the media always win the executive to this thing. It's not a new thing, bureau or the running. When I had democracy, anyone that had democracy, we had two branches of government that had separation of power. So how can Joe Bwaka will go and talk to 43 or 40, for a group of people to say you remove your speaker without cause or reason? You are young with a man and mentioned to somebody that they have listed against him. There are people who are ridiculous that are allowed to go on the street to go protest only because they see you and think that they think it's going to be one or two days. Look, let me say this. They didn't call working relationship a matter. So if for any reason, that's so I am meeting, they could and for the whether you win the case. You think the guy will be satisfied and say we do any business? No.
So Samuel, so both start to now. So even when the other people do not satisfy, also for the cover good to they don't be satisfied, right?
So if you win both sides, who agree for the cover and how the Americans trying to do like very good business, they are more the 37 is simple majority. They wouldn't need for the men to be removed legally. But they don't have it for the now, but guess what? They get more than 37 to conduct business. So this is a political operation.
All right, political operation is not the law. It's called political operation according to him. So that means the man can call with Sekou. Good evening. So let's call Pascal Davis.
How you doing?
My brother, political operation, I'm okay. I don't know about you, but I'm great. Thank God for life.
Yeah, I'm doing good. We give God the praise for life. So, therefore, sometimes we need to just make our conduct. When the court rules, as all of us are anticipating that they will rule in favor of the law, it's not about choice. It's not about how you think. When the court rules, you are under mandate as a citizen to live by what the court says. It's not you think that God will want to. It's not how they feel. It's what the law says. You think some of us were happy when Bwaka was declared winner of the election? But that was the constitutional mandate. We all must obey it. And that's why it's to be.
So I mean, Pascal Davis.
I don't know what.
So
Yeah.
So that means tomorrow when the kids, or maybe when it really not go your way tomorrow, you will accept, right?
That's what he's saying.
So
No.
just say no. I mean, it shouldn't be yes or no question or answer, right? Therefore, all of us have had a precedent on this case. So assuming in a worst case scenario where the courts, even though the laws are clear, where the court will rule and say the majority are right. Well, I mean, it would just be another way to say the country would now become lawless because if the constitution, which is kind of interpreted by all of us and understanding it, and the Supreme Court will have to have this verdict. I mean, then that's it. But what would that mean to us? Is to be setting a bad precedent. Of course, yes, the country now become lawless. So for somebody to say when the court rules to October, it's not how they feel, my brother. I mean, sometimes that what doesn't say. Bring that clip, people just come on the show and many kind of things.
All right, thank you. So that go to Man Warrete. Man Warrete, good evening.
Good evening, Devon.
Yes, go ahead. How you doing? Everything?
Now good evening to all the Sktv family. I want to say thank you this evening for the topic. You know, the problem for Asia is my son Devon. I don't want to all work for the country to be better. For the public, this is one thing. Everybody want for the country to be better. People always discussing about our court. The Supreme Court is the higher court. Is the higher people that can give further than they can kind of pass it. Yes, let's go back in. So cases happen. They go on. They grow up with those case. And the case grow up. Then they free grow up with those cars.
She walking free now. She can lay down your horse. She go anywhere she want to go.
So the problem only here is all of us will fighting hard for like God to be better. We don't want people from all sides for the justice. Our justice system is now good. So by the right hand, they will put it there. When the majority they do the right thing, let the people come up with it. When they handle when they do the right thing, let it come up with it. Let the profit better. Let lose the cross power.
That's it.
Thank you. I like that, Mama. That move Liberia forward. That's great. When the right thing be Sekou, we still taking more calls, right?
Yeah,
you want to take part my end?
Yeah, we can open the lines here.
Yeah.
Let's take two more
Go ahead.
Open the lines here.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to the many listeners broadcast. My name is William Covey, and I joined this conversation from this today. Thank you so much. You see, our young people are very sensitive in this country. You said the court will rule in the interest of the law. Then I ask the question if it go against you when you accept it, then you say, oh, the country will be lawless. So you understand that is that you understand the interest of the law? Why would young people be presenting themselves like this? When people say we young people are future leaders, we should practice our leadership right now before the future. And how are we going to start practicing our leadership? We should start practicing the leadership with honesty, right? With sincerity. To be frank, you cannot come to the national disco like that. And that is why I always told people the president and the executive is not into this matter of the legislative part. It's just a matter of fanatic failure, fanatic lack of leadership ability.
All right, thank you so much. Political operation. And we're going to new words now. Second will tell they're going to be our last caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Yeah, man, they're going to something too interesting. What kind of guy is this?
I didn't say question the law because we talk about collective signature. The law provide for that. For him to say you collect signature. But Article 2 is clear. We let our president, our elected official for our pleasure and for our happiness. But if for any reason they are not looking happy in this case, going back on the rule of law, the particular thing that made him to be occupying the offices. They want the reason why I'm not declaring myself president where I am now. Because it's against the constitution. They see this of document that will prevent me from declaring myself president. If this president is violating it, and even is fucking also our faces by taking money. We are very, very hungry and poor, looking for means to survive. Here now, money, 200,000 for 1 human being just to just take 1 human being from power. In every investment, labor, you agree with me that there is a return. No business no invest and I want profit.
All right.
Any business I invest, you want your money back and you want profit. Don't tell us all because the money and the profit is that the laborable money. Is they define the laborable?
I'll be asking Seku later on as to with all of the first whether we are still expecting investors. But anyway, Seku, we just listen to the people back home. That's the country political operation. So that's it. So back to you, so you can take calls from that end.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mabon. Before we take calls, let's make this clear. Let's respond to some of the calls or callers. Somebody said, Seku said, the Supreme Court person called me.
Yes.
And I didn't say that. Maybe that person need some, comprehension.
I think the question. I think the question was maybe
the person said that. The person said, I said that Supreme Court called me. Somebody from Supreme Court called me and told me the ruling and that they accept money, so that if I'm ready to go over there and go. Since you are not the Supreme Court, I'm not going to respond to you. If the Supreme Court send me anything, then I'll respond to that at that time. But I didn't say Supreme Court call me and give me any information. Okay? Secondly, those of you who are confused about whether or not Joseph Boakai supports the majority bloc or the Unity Party government support the majority bloc, then you really need to think again. You need to follow the politics. You need to follow the activities. You need to follow everything going on. Follow the actors. Follow the communications. Follow everything going on. Then you will know. That will answer the question for you. You don't have to actually hear from me. But some of you, I don't blame you, because some of you don't really follow politics a lot. And you only get your information from radio stations, from Facebook, from other social media platforms. And if you listening to the platform that will say something that you like, you will hold on to that. When you come to our platform to kind of hear something different, you'll be disappointed. So I can understand that. But everything we have said on Sktv have come to pass almost 99.9% of the time. Let me tell you this. Sktv, we are legally registered as an institution in the United States of America. We are a registered entity. So if you care to do anything with us, legally, whatever you want to do, you are more than free to do so. Secondly, we live in the best country in the world. We live in the best country in the world. Freedom of speech, freedom of information are things that make this country great. We are not afraid. Also, when it comes to Liberia, freedom of speech is also guaranteed under the fundamental laws of Liberia. Liberian people deserve to know everything they need to know. It will be a disservice. It would be wrong for us to have information and harbor it from the Liberian people. Even something that's worse than just what we just said. If the information is available to us, we will definitely share it with the Liberian people. I don't know why some of you get angry when people share information with the Liberian people. If you don't want bad information to be shared, tell the bad people to stop doing bad things. We are not telling you whether or not Supreme Court ruling we like it, we don't like it. No, that's not our business. But we are telling you some of the things that happen behind the scene. We are telling you that the Supreme Court has been compromised for a very long time. From Justice Poko, when he joined with George Weah to remove Justice Janneh illegally, especially on decision that was made and that was taken by the full bench of the Supreme Court. But Kabina Janneh was the one, the victim of the decision that they all made. And he presided over that case to impeach him, to remove him illegally. Those that are there, some of them are appointed by George Weah. But guess what? They are now making decisions based on laws. They are not majority of justices in Liberia, majority of them. There are some good ones. But majority of judges and justices in Liberia, they are not making decisions based on laws. And they are not making decisions based on lawful country. It's all about money. It has been about money, and it's always going to be about money as long as Liberia. Because that's the thing we are accustomed to. That's what we used to. We think that's the best way. The best way to be rich is to be a government official. The last time you listened to the Chief Justice, when people were complaining about money they're getting from the Liberian people money, they came and said their own money is small. The reason why I don't have respect for many Liberians who can think the way some of you can think. When you are giving information, credible information, instead of you being outraged, instead of you being angry for the fact that people are mortgaging the resources of your country, instead of you being angry for the fact that the people are lavishing your money, instead of you getting angry at those people who are doing that, you are getting mad and angry at somebody who's giving you the information. What kind of country is this? What kind of people are you? How your brain can work? How some of your brain can really function? You are not outraged by the bad doers, but you are outraged at the person who giving you the information. That's why some of you will remain the way you are. Because your thinking faculty is not working. It's not working properly. You are always, misdirecting your attack. You're always attacking the wrong person. If somebody comes out, let's say, for example, a criminal enter your house while one of your neighbors was watching, and that criminal was actually aided and abetted by one of your household members. And your neighbor tell you, say, hey, the person that entered the house here, that person came along with one of your sons. Your son here, he the one that brought the people in. They came, they took all the things that you people talking about missing here. Instead of you acting at your son or getting angry at your son, why you brought a criminal to my house to come and loot my house, but you get angry at your neighbor, you say, their neighbor here that chichi poli. Their neighbor here, he land on my son. That's the thing what you guys are doing. Because you don't have the thinking faculty. Your sense of reasoning is so poor to the extent that you always blaming the victims. And then you dare to celebrate the perpetrators. Let me tell you something. For us, I don't come to the show every day, right? But when I deem it necessary that this is important, that these information are important to the Liberian people, I will come on and share with the Liberian people with no fear or favor. I care less about how you feel about we that giving you the information. Our objective is to enlighten your mind, thinking that you will see light. But if you decide to walk in darkness, then you're communicating.
And I just like the kind of scenario, in fact, that you just gave, and that's just the kind of people we asked, or Sekou, where the mean criminals, they'll be walking away, and the victim, they'll be crying for help, and people start blaming the victim.
And then let me tell you the kind of people that we have in Cameroon. I can't tell my own story to the discussion that happened between me and Prince Joseph before he died.
Yeah.
Because everybody can go down on the dead body now. Everybody lying on the dead body now.
Yeah, I remember a good man. I remember a good man now.
The man is dead now. He made a good man. The man
saying daughter to me.
So the law of all people, who is actually noted for lying, who say she is mine?
Always people.
Family on the plane ticket business, he say Prince Johnson. The one that Prince Johnson fought for everybody on camera. The one say Prince Johnson call him and beg him for you to go to. Okay, so that means the Prince Johnson even trusted the Lord more than Jeremiah Kung.
Good. Yes.
And Prince Johnson, and then when Prince Johnson passed away, the Lord was the first person Prince Johnson daughter called. Do you not even forgetting that he's there? Those statements are vindicating Sktv or other people that when we said that you're not in control. That they are the one that running the comment.
Yeah, I live yesterday. Let me be frank.
But anyway, let's start taking some calls here. A few calls before we can go. Mr. Magolo.
How you doing, sir?
My man, tell me a story about you and Prince Johnson before he may pass away.
Huh?
What did you and Prince Johnson talk before he passed away?
Oh, Prince Johnson.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, man. Just go ahead, Mr. Magolo.
I know. Listen, Liberians should be angry and also terrified.
Yeah.
If what you say is even close to truth.
Yeah.
And I can only say to Liberians, for those who were asking, the exact same procedure it takes to move a speaker is the same thing it takes to move the president. So, though he said this is a time trap, it's not for right alone. It is law for the 4, 43, 40, whatever to do what they're doing. It will be law for Jeremiah Kun to declare he's the president, and all the cabinet ministers must go and report to him because I've heard people say they die with the president. The president ain't know what he's doing. That's the kind of senselessness we're putting our country into. And for those who, for their partisanship, are happy and to show their power, that's how we got into war. And you see, war is easy to start, but it's hard to end. So this thing should terrify every Liberian and should make every Liberian angry. That if the Supreme Court, that is our last resort, will circumvent our Constitution that we read verbatim, word for word, and they look at it and say something else, there will be no control of what's going to happen in our country.
Mr. Maulo.
And we can only pray for the best.
Mr. Maulo, thank you so much. But let me tell you this.
Yes.
Let me tell you before you go. We're gonna get 2 minutes to go. Liberians, they only look for the next breaking news. They don't have the nerve. They don't have the gut. They don't have the audacity to do anything. Let me tell you today, Joseph Boakai president, Joseph Boakai will get what he wants. Joseph Boakai government, they will do anything they want to do and nothing will happen. I can tell you that. All the things we're talking about, president, this and that, blah, nothing will happen in Liberia. Liberian people, they are accustomed to bad governance. They are accustomed to bad people, and they celebrate bad people, and they respect bad people, and they love bad people. Joseph Boakai is not a good leader. Anything Joseph Boakai touches dies. I'm afraid whether we'll have a country after Joseph Boakai leadership. But I can tell you, nothing will happen. Joseph Boakai will do whatever he wants. United Party will do whatever they want to do, and nothing will come up for out of it. And we will come by here again. 2 weeks later, we'll be calling for another call for the former speaker. That's Liberia for you. Thank you. Neighbor, you can close before we go.
Well, so again, let me say thank you so much for the latest update. So again, with the information coming from Liberia pertaining to the vehicle our own and operated by the late Senator Prince Johnson, that indeed that vehicle was involved into an accident, and we're getting report that nearly 4 persons lost their lives. But again, there are other people who are the rural hospital, maybe clinics, or ongoing medication and so forth. So all the information on tomorrow, we're going to tell you exactly as to how many persons really lost their life, but we're still getting unconfirmed report and so forth. But it's still, let me say thank you so much, even though it's been tedious, but thank you so much for all the information and so forth. And thanks to our followers, thanks to our callers and so forth. Like we always say, support the platforms, because that's the only way that you get all of the hardcore information. Or as they say, we just said, look, this country, people want to kill all of the information. Maybe you don't even know. How many people are brave out there to come to even inform you? Nobody. Because people don't want to lose their life, people don't want to lose their job, people don't want to lose their relationship, but some of us don't care. We come here with sacrifice. So do what you can do in making sure that at least the platform move. Thank you so much, Sekou, and good night.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, everybody. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, and then we'll see you on Friday as well. So we will try to be here as possible as we can. So, my people, I'll see you all. Thank you. We appreciate your time. Good night to all.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. Blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us the end of the rest of them. So welcome my life with African.
A lyrical
Master.
Cleverly, so I can't ask Sktv-Lib. C'est ma chérie, tina ke ase ma yamo. Enji sano muni, emu aye yo. Enji lofa mui, emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Côte d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Côte d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Nigeria ya tumale, Sktv, ena Nigeria, tosi wako maya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the low power and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bringing good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and I'm part of the club. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are red. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.